Yes, hello, it's Spooky Lake Month where we're doing 31 days of haunted hydrology. And today I want to talk about the Salton Sea. This enormous body of water is shallow, endorheic, and 25% saltier than the ocean. Endorheic means that there's no outlet for the water besides evaporation, which leaves the salt behind. It's currently the largest body of water in California, but it was created through a man-made accident. In the year 1900, they began to construct irrigation channels that diverted the water from the Colorado River to agriculture in the Imperial Valley. But prior to human intervention, this valley had a history of filling with floodwater from the Colorado River. For thousands of years, this area would transition from dry desert to the basin of ancient Lake Cahuilla. As it would dry and fill, the indigenous people here would come to depend on it, but it finally disappeared for the last time in the 1400s. In 1905, floodwaters broke through the newly constructed irrigation channels. For 2 years, the entirety of the Colorado River flooded the Imperial Valley, creating the modern-day Salton Sea. People capitalized on the accident, and agriculture has flourished here for over 100 years. In the 1950s and 60s, the Salton Sea was a popular tourist destination for millions of people. Communities grew with hotels, resorts, and vacation homes. But by the 1970s, the water was already becoming toxic and contaminated. Farming runoff meant the lake was absorbing pesticides, DDT, and other toxins. Combined with 120-degree summer heat, fish and wildlife began to die off. Today, the beaches are covered in fish bones, and the smell is so intensely bad that it can make people's eyes water. What's left behind are ghost towns and a salty landscape covered in bones and death. By the year 2030, a third of the water will have disappeared, and it's leaving behind something even more terrifying. All of the toxins in the water are left behind by evaporation to dry into the ground, waiting to be picked up by the wind. This is already making thousands of people sick, and it's only going to get worse. Rotting ghost towns and toxic dust, 8 out of 10 spookies.